All right, welcome to this edition of the Native News Update. I'm your host for today's program, Paul DeMain. Many of the stories read here can be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. Here are the news stories for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. One of 8 people charged with selling cocaine from Denver to South Dakota's Pine Ridge Reservation was sentenced May 7th in federal court in Rapid City, South Dakota. Joe Brewer will serve 46 months in prison. The 7 others also charged with multiple counts that include conspiracy to distribute cocaine or marijuana are Lawrence Veal, Elvina Whitebowl, Lyle Wilson, Tyler Eaglebowl, Brandon Ekafie, and brothers Dominique Saucedo and Darryl Saucedo. The indictment accuses them of distributing cocaine between 2002 and 2008. 5 people have pled guilty to at least one count and signed a factual basis statement indicating that Vio and other people brought at least 11 pounds of cocaine from Denver, Colorado suppliers for distribution throughout the Pine Ridge area. Federal authorities say they can't discuss the case because it's ongoing. White Bull signed the factual basis statement and planned to plead guilty during May in federal court in Rapid City, but changed her mind. Wilson and Ekafie are scheduled to stand trial June 16th. The U.S. Marshals Service has honored representatives of 3 reservations for their work to ensure that convicted sex offenders living on reservations comply with federal address registration laws. Members of the Crow, Northern Cheyenne, and Fort Peck tribes received plaques from U.S. Marshal Dwight McKay during a ceremony in Billings, Montana last week. The 2006 Adam Walsh Child Protection and Safety Act designated the Marshals Service as the agency responsible for tracking down and arresting convicted sex offenders who fail to register with local authorities. Elders and pregnant women who have been evacuated from a flooded Kuskokwim River village, Alaska responders said this weekend. Brian Fisher, an incident commander with the State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management, said 37 people, including 4 pregnant women, were flown last week from Akiak to the town of Bethel. Fisher said most of the remaining residents in the southwest Alaska village of 315 were staying at the local school last weekend. Cleanup and damage assessment continued May 8th in Eagle, Alaska, after a devastating flood there caused by ice jams from the Yukon River caused extensive damage throughout the community. Also vulnerable on the Yukon River was the community of Stevens Village, 90 miles northwest of Fairbanks. State responders arrived there on May 9th, and an evacuation of about 30 women and children was underway as a precaution. They were flown to Fairbanks. A massive ice jam in a canyon 8 miles downriver was causing waters to rise swiftly around the village. The river washed over the nearest road that afternoon, said Corey Bogle, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service. Fisher said that as responders flew to the village, they spotted a 60-mile run of ice headed downriver toward the jam. WFYI-TV, the local Indianapolis, Indiana public broadcasting channel, in partnership with the American Indian Center of Indiana, Inc., will host a town hall forum following the final episode of the We Shall Remain series May 12th. The town hall gathering will give the Native and non-Native communities an opportunity to come together and discuss Indiana's historical and current population of Native Americans. The event is free and open to the public starting at 6 p.m. at WFYI at 1630 North Meridian Street there in Indianapolis, Indiana. Financial prospecting opportunities for minority businesses interested in learning more about government-supported loans, commercial loans, and angel investor networks is on the agenda this fall, September 16th in Pewaukee, Wisconsin, according to a release. Business education workshops on topics chosen to help minority business owners take their business to the next level will be held. The Governor's Conference on Minority Business Development will also recognize and promote the achievements of Wisconsin minority-owned businesses. That will be held at the Country Springs Hotel and Conference Center in Pewaukee, Wisconsin this fall. You can get more information at www.countryspringshotel.com. The American Indian Chamber of Commerce of Wisconsin's 2009 annual golf outing is on the agenda this coming May 15th at the Pine Hills Golf Course near Gresham, Wisconsin. Registration is at 8:30 a.m. and a shotgun start is at 10:30. There are still opens available. All proceeds go to the Scholarship Fund for Native Youth. For those who have already registered and sponsored this event, thank you. You can get more information on that event at www.aiccw.org. A press conference will be held on May 12th to launch North Bay's Ontario June 19th through 21st cross-cultural celebrations for National Aboriginal Solidarity Day. The North Bay Indian Friendship Center has taken a leading role in organizing events, which will open with an education day featuring cross-cultural workshops for area students, elders, and service providers, and will include a 2-day weekend powwow and vendor display at North Bay Memorial Gardens. There will be a no admission charge for any part of the 3-day program, which the Planning Committee hopes will become an annual event attracting 5,000 participants or more. Representatives of the City of North Bay and the host territory, Nipissing First Nation, will be on hand for the May 12th official launch. Gravel and mining regulations available from the Indian Policy blog. The Wall Street Journal's blog is reporting on the Department of Interior's findings that Wind River and gravel mining options are available for more than 70 reservations throughout the U.S. Jason at the Indian Policy blog has posted some advice and sample mining ordinance to help get tribes started with the regulatory process. That's at that Wall Street Journal's blog, and a link to it is from the Indian Policy blog. Another piece is on sovereignty at risk. The Oklahoma News is reporting that at least 6 lawmakers are requesting Attorney General Eric Holder investigate enrollment practices of the 5 tribes located in Oklahoma over the Freedmen issue. The Indian Policy blog strongly urges Congress and Obama administration staff to stay out of the tribal enrollment issues. More information is available at the blog, including video. Other stories there include information about tribal housing and the makeover of the Bureau of Indian Affairs website. The American Indian blog thrives to be useful to policymakers, students, and others in the policy world in Indian country. You can find them on the web at ndnpolicy.blogspot.com. President Barack Obama signed legislation on May 8th that officially repeals a decades-old development ban on the western edge of the Navajo Nation. The construction ban was lifted in late 2006 after the Navajo and Hopi tribes reached an agreement in a land dispute, and a federal judge signed off on the agreement. Tribal members have remained fearful that the ban known as the Bennett Freeze could be reinstated if the law that authorized it wasn't repealed. The area is home to about 8,000 Navajo and arguably is the most depressed area on the reservation. Tribal members are looking to rebuild, but say it could cost billions of dollars to rehabilitate the area. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We want to thank our underwriters for helping us with this broadcast and you for joining with us again. Miigwech.